Hello everybody and welcome back to Let's Play Hearts of Iron 4, the Great War mod. In the last episode we had some very good news in the Eastern Front. We pushed the Russians back quite far. Our February offensive succeeded in its goal to take Minsk, and in doing so we also caused the Soviets to spawn, the Russian Civil War to trigger. We are currently just in a general offensive, pushing this kind of open, unguarded territory as far as we can. The general goal is I want to push Russia out of the war as soon as physically possible, so that we can then focus on France and England as we continue to build up our navy and various other aspects of our military to facilitate that. So, let's get back to it. We are just... Oh, okay. Alright, the Stutztruppen deployment. We have assembled new regiments dubbed the Stutztruppen in Africa, irregulars led by second-rate volunteers. They are no expert fighting force, but they should really be able to keep order in the area and repel light attacks. Okay, so we got a special type of unit in Russia. Or not in Russia, in Africa. Where did those get deployed to? Oh, okay, so they just got deployed to the force down here. I think we're just gonna have these 4 divisions kind of just fold into there and have them, yeah, I'll just put them there. No reason not to. And now we have to figure out what we're gonna do our next focus. I think what we should do is... We could do a Zeppelin campaign. That'll decrease the opinion of a lot of people. I don't know if I want to really do that. No, I don't think I want to release the Kingdom of Bavaria. I guess we'll do the Boer Revolt. I mean, it's around that time. Now, the South Africa did take our colony here. If I recall, there was a colony there, which is fine, not a big deal. Kind of writing off Africa right now, just because we don't have the troops to be able to actually fight there. Whoa, okay, the Ottomans have actually had a substantially successful offensive. They're pushing right into Africa. Great. And it looks like the Austrians are finally starting to redeploy their forces to other fronts. That's good, actually. I really want them to finish off Serbia, so it looks like they might be doing that. And yeah, our front in Russia still continues to go without really any troubles. We're not even truly having much resistance. I think I see maybe a total of like 10, 15 divisions along my whole front. It's not that much. And yeah, we'll just continue pushing there. What else do we have? Sub-Saharan Africa. No, just trouble with our supplies down here. Well, they'll be able to... Well, hopefully they'll be able to fight it somewhat effectively. We just want them to defend this area. Just so they have to put troops down here. Because the general goal we're going to go for is, after we finish off Russia, we're going to push some of our troops down to the Ottomans, and then facilitate a push into Africa through Ottoman territory, just to help the Ottomans out. Soviets are still around, and they have not fallen. I actually thought they lost their capital pretty early on. I thought they were going to fold pretty soon after that, but they did not. It seems. Not too much going on other than World War One. I guess everything's relative. We have a counterattack. We actually have an attack. I mean, they're only attacking with 1 division, but they're attacking in the what I mean by that is they're attacking in the west. So we have another. What are we going to do with this? Let's get some early motorized units out here. Build up for our eventual transition into a full motorized, or at least a partially motorized unit of military. So, I expected them to continue to land troops down here, but that has not been the case. Yeah, we're still getting these kind of crappy divisions. We'll get them redeployed all along this this coastline to help us out. Hopefully, as well, once we've taken most of this border, we can have the German Navy retake the Baltic as its home water. Yeah, just not really any major resistance. Just pushing along the Russian steppe. Only thing stopping us is the walking speed of our units. Just keep pushing. Just keep pushing. Really, the major problem we're going to have is cracking the West. I always knew that was going to be a problem. Now, hopefully, I'm really hoping we can get... there is an option in our national focus to get the Netherlands to give us military access. Now, I'm not sure if that's hard-coded to fail, but if we can somehow get it to work by making them like us a lot, we could outflank the current defensive units of the Allies, and especially with all these Russian troops. That's going to be the main goal. I'm not going to push for that until we get to the point where we have troops in place ready to go. Oh, we got more military factories. Let's put some Zeppelins out there and some more armored cars. Oh, yeah. Just keep moving forward. Nothing's really keeping us from moving forward. Though we haven't moved here, so I'm thinking this is probably their last bastion of major military forces, right in front of Kiev. So I think we're going to go around and take them from behind. Let's get one more naval dockyard and submarines. We're building 10 a year now, that's good. It's a good number. We can hopefully replenish our sub force, which only stands at 4 right now. How goes our current navy? It's pretty lacking. That fight really decimated our forces. We're only building 5 destroyers a year. What I might do is, since we still got 2 years before our next dreadnought is finished, I think we're going to downgrade 2 of these dockyards and put 2 more on our destroyers. And I might also... Yeah, I think we might also start building... Well, we actually don't have any more dockyards to build on our coastline. And I know for certain we're going to lose a lot of this coast when the historical treaty is signed. So, that's going to be a problem. Okay. We just need to finish off Russia. We just need them to get them to give up. They've already lost almost all of their very important territory, and we're going to start pushing down towards the Ukraine very soon. And the Soviets, well, I mean, they must be focusing exclusively on the Soviets. That's all I can think about, because we were pushing right to the Soviet border initially in these plans, and they've already pushed them back quite a bit. So we might be able to come around behind them and cut off certain areas from their main territory. Give them a bit of a disadvantage since they are fighting on 2 fronts. Technically, I guess. Well, yeah, it's still 2 fronts. I was going to say 1 front and then one central front, but yeah, no, it's still technically 2 fronts. Alright. Okay, so we've cut off these 2 areas. So any Russian units here are cut off, and we can reduce them quickly. Get these 5 units down there. Got more military factories. We need more artillery. And we need more armored cars. How is our current stockpile doing? A bit low on artillery. Well, actually, no. We've got a surplus on everything. We're not low on anything. We are losing more than we're making, though, so that is going to be a problem here soon, especially for the armored cars. Nope, we got more military factories. And just seeing that, I think we should definitely focus on the armored cars. Start building more of those up. Especially since we did upgrade mid-war, so they're probably a little low on the current models. How goes the rest of our fronts? Ooh, Ottomans are not doing so hot down south. We need to get the Russians out of here as quick as possible. Connect up our fronts. Get a large force of Germans down there to aid them. That is going to be... Whoa. Okay, we got it's frozen, so I'm thinking there's an event popping here that's going to transfer a lot of things to a lot of different people. Yep, there we go. Treaty of Brest-Litovsk. That's close as I'm going to get. Due to the combination of political instability, defeats in battle, and war weariness, we can no longer stand up to the Central Powers. A peace treaty has been drafted in Brest-Litovsk, which allows us to completely annul our Entente membership and exit the war at the cost of the Finnish, Ukrainian, Caucasian, Baltic, Belarusian states, as well as a typical war indemnities to the victorious powers. Terrible peace, but a far better than the alternative. I think this was written... I think we got the wrong message here. Oh well. The October Revolution is successful. Okay. So... I think... Well, hold on. Let's... this is weird. I thought the various different, because we should have the Ukraine, we should have a lot of smaller states up here, we should have Poland, Finland, all of these guys should be completely, they should be totally free from, okay, let's redeploy them there. This is weird. And I don't want them to go to that area because I think we may have just lost all of these units. I don't think they can leave. Let's get these guys deployed there as well. Soviet Union. Ask for military access. Thank you. Oh, there we go. Okay, so things are getting freed. Can we get Poland? I'd like to see Poland be freed. I'd also like to see the Ukrainians be freed. Well, if something freezes again, then that's probably them giving freedom to those areas. Oh, here we go. Well, no, we just got a shitload more territory. So apparently this is happening. This is happening in frame by frame. Just this peace treaty's effects. We'll see. Though, now that this has been finished, I think the best thing to do would be to split. I think would be to push both of these forces together. So we have 86 total division. Okay, I think, yeah, there we go. There's Ukraine. We have multiple units together. I think since we have military access as well, we're going to split this in half. Half of them will go down to Serbia and Montenegro, take care of that. The other half will roundabout all the way to the Ottoman Empire and help them fend off this British offensive. Because we still have not had a major offensive in the west, and I think I'm going to keep it like that for now until we can deal with the other fronts. This whole front now is ours. We don't have to worry about it, so that's great. And since this is ours, we are going to develop some dockyards because we need them badly. And large ships on low strength. Yeah, that's that. That's two Japanese battle cruisers against one German battle cruiser that's left, plus their support ships. They did put up a good fight. That whole squadron was never going to live. I could not get them to come back to Germany. But yeah, they gave them a fight. So still exiled divisions. They're almost out. Once we get them back into our lands, we can start planning. Come on. Unassigned divisions. Okay, this is, yeah, these are these guys. Alright, so here's what we are going to do. These 10 divisions, I'm going to put them into the home front. They're going to get a crappy commander, or just any commander, really. And we're going to make them a fallback line along the coast to help defend. If I can get it to... Here we go. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, we'll do that. They'll deploy along there. The next one will take the other half of this coastline. Then we can have these 10 other divisions redeploy somewhere they're needed. Who is still exiled? These guys are still exiled. Once they get in here, so we get everybody back into our country, we'll figure out where everybody's going to go. Alright, so everybody's moved back. Now I think the next thing we need to do, half of our units need to redeploy down here, especially since it looks like the Japanese have sent a expeditionary force to Montenegro. That's weird. Though, well, okay. Half of these guys are still going to go someplace, and I think they're going to go to the Ottomans. The other half, though, we might hold off on the whole Serbia front, just because it looks like the Austrians have redeployed their forces completely, just to crush these guys, so we might just wait on supporting them. I don't want to cause supply issues. So let's get all these guys together. That was a well-fought front, well-fought war. The Soviets have arisen as a nation, but we do have a lot of these new satellite states that are kind of insulating us from the Soviets. Are they amenable to us? I think they might be. Yeah, they are. It might be useful at some point. I might ally with these guys if it becomes useful for us. Okay, so we lost this guy down here, an Ottoman puppet, but we might be able to get him back. Like I said, we are going to be sending upwards of 40 divisions to help the Ottomans in their defense. Once all these guys get coalesced, we'll kind of figure out who goes where. I think we might make an exclusively mobile force for the Ottomans. So all of our armored cars, all of our various cavalry. And then the infantry corps, I think, might be redeployed to another front. If Italy comes in, that would be a pretty good front to set them in on, just to help the Austrians. But we'll see. I would like to know down below if you know this, or if you can Wikipedia this, which is more likely. When did Russia capitulate out of the war? Because I think it had to be in something like 1917 or late 1916. So I think we've capitulated out the Ottomans at least a year ahead of time, which is great. We are still holding the line against the West, though they're building up quite a bit. They outnumber us there, so that's disconcerting. We have... Well, actually, can we increase our conscription laws by now? So we're on limited conscription, so extensive conscription. No, 1% more world tension, and we'll be able to do so. Kind of sucks. Alright, so let's pause this for a minute. And what are we going to do with these guys? I think like I said, we're going to find all of the individual mobile units inside of this army, or I guess whatever you want to call it. This is a large force that used to be the Eastern Front forces. We are going to send all of these to the Ottomans. Okay, so I'll still leave 64 units. What do we want here? Forest. I think we're gonna do... we don't need fort attack. What we really need is somebody like, well... I guess... no, we'll do Trickster. Trickster's fine. We'll get a guy with Trickster. This guy is going to move down to the Ottomans. I think their objective is going to be to hold at Damascus. Just make a Damascus line. They'll go down there through the Soviets, which they have graciously given us a military access treaty, so work with that. And the 64 infantry divisions that is this all infantry division? Yes. Well, no, there's still... I missed 3 cavalry, but whatever. That's fine. We'll send... Yeah, we'll send them to deal with the Serbian and Montenegrin forces. Just a general offensive, grind them all down, kill them all, and not have to deal with them anymore. That way the Austrians can redeploy their forces to other fronts, or help the Ottomans even, or deal with the coming Italian invasion, if that does indeed happen. And how goes the... well, it doesn't look like they want to attack us in the actual African theater. I think everybody's having supply issues, so that's fine by me. How is this going down here? Attacker is winning. Are they attacking or defending? I can't tell. Okay, so they're attacking. So the Ottomans are counterattacking. So hopefully by the time our forces get to Damascus, they can abandon this fallback defensive line and move up to... I'm thinking we're going to... Ooh, what are we going to do? I think we'll go... If it's still the same, we'll go right here, cut off these... We'll split up this whole front. These guys will be unsupplied then because they don't have access to a actual port all the way down. They have one down here, but they're currently cut off because of this guy right there. So we can maybe exploit that. And then have these guys kind of whip around through here. So, we'll see. We'll see. It'll depend on what's going on by the time our forces get there. And it's going to be a while before they do get there. Okay, Boer revolts. A revolt occurred with... that's misspelled. With men who supported the recreation of the Boer South African Republic rose up against the government of the Union of South Africa. So good. That is good. Which actually looks very bad, because they are not that strong. I don't think I want to release them right now. Let's befriend Bulgaria. Get them on our side. That's going to help us, because if we can get Bulgaria on our side, we can use them as a more clear, easy way of getting to the Ottomans, and also it'll help us with the Serbians if they're still being a nuisance. So how goes the Boer Revolt? Not well. Yeah, they're losing. I mean, can I actually just put them into... Yes, I can. Can I give them a commander right now? Huh. I didn't... That's okay. That's got to be a bug. Why would I be able to reassign their commander and everything while they're in combat and not on my territory? Probably. I get... Okay, whatever. I told myself when I started recording this series I was not going to be huge. I was not going to be hypercritical of Hearts of Iron 4 like I normally am. So we'll just keep going here. Yeah, we're making some headway. Making good headway here. See, the Montenegrins, they're going to be hard to deal with because of the Japanese divisions they've got here supporting them. It's also very hard to cut off any Montenegrin forces because most of their countries are along the coastline, and they have three provinces on the coast. 2 of them have ports, so it's going to be a bit hard to keep them from supply. Okay, yeah, there we go. They have 1 division here. Strength is 13% of their max. Yeah. A good headway here. Are they still trying to naval invade? Yeah, still trying to naval invade here. Oh well, we've almost got our second wave of troops to deploy along our coastline. Once we get them, we'll have a pretty good wall of troops along here. We can take these 10 divisions, assign them down here. Oh. Okay, we've about cracked through this 1 division. Once we do, I'm going to kind of micro these guys to get behind some of these units. Okay, so Japanese fleet just left here, it looks like. I wonder if the Austro-Hungarians still have their fleet intact. Because if you didn't know, Austria-Hungary did have a navy. I think it was considered, like, it wasn't a first-rate navy, but it was like one of the better second-rate navies. The only reason I know this is because I played Rule the Waves, and they have the potential to be a very big power in the region during this time period. Oh, okay. It looks like we are over time for this episode. If you guys enjoyed this episode, please rate down below. If you have any comments or criticisms, please put them in the comment section. I always read my comment section. And if you guys enjoy this type of content and would like to continue seeing it or keep up to date on all of my uploads, please subscribe. But I will see you guys in the next episode. Bye.